Hello everybody, what is going on and welcome back to the My Player Career Mode. Hopefully you are all doing fantastic. We are back today and we start the day with arguably our most important game of this episode. West Brom at home in the Cup, which normally wouldn't be our most important game in the quarterfinals, but in case you missed the last episode, let's quickly run you up to speed with what happened. So, it was a bit of a calamitous episode for us, you could say, because we were knocked out of the Europa League, beaten by Porto over the course of the two legs by 3-2. We also lost to Everton in the league. That wasn't too grand. We beat Spurs in the Cup, though, to set up this tie with West Brom. And following that was a 2-0 win against Southampton in the league. So as things stand right now, most realistic chance of a trophy this season falls to the FA Cup. And West Brom are our next opponents. But the teams still left in this: Liverpool, Chelsea, Burnley, Everton, Wolves and Leicester. For the actual Premier League itself, though, this is where we currently sit. Having led earlier on in the season, we find ourselves 12 points behind Liverpool with a game in hand. So we're still mathematically able to catch them, but it's going to be a big ask from here on out. To partner this West Brom game, we also will face Aston Villa today and Crystal Palace, and maybe even make it into this month here where we'll take on Wolves if we have time. But it's like the calm before the storm, because as you see, United, City and Liverpool all coming up in a 3-week spell. So that's really where the title will be decided in our case anyways. But without wasting any more time, without further ado, let's get ourselves into our first game of today. I'm also making sure to keep handing in the transfer request, because as of right now, it's not yet been accepted by Mikel Arteta, as you can see. And once that is, we'll hopefully get some offers for some teams where we might be able to move forward. I've just noticed that we haven't actually made a team for this, so we better win this game. Simple as that. Quick sim it. Do not say that West Brom are going to win this. Don't even dare. Thank you. So, it's actually Villa who will be our first game of the day, having not started for that West Brom match. Here are the two lineups. Lopez in goal for them. A back four with a midfield three and a front three. I'm glad we're not seeing a back five. It's Hawes, Engels, Konsa, Florenzi at the back, Douglas Luiz, Lees Melu and John McGinn in midfield. Jack Grealish still at the club with Mbolo and Traore as their attacking three. It is a five at the back from Arteta and Arsenal, though. Ben Sabani and Mavropanos in the centre-back spots with Gomez alongside them. Of course, Jonathan Tah got injured in the last episode for 4 months, so sadly won't play a part pretty much, I guess, for the rest of our time at Arsenal. Maitland-Niles on the right, Kolasinac on the left, Pereira and Brozovic into midfield with myself, Benzema and Pepe looking to be the creative force up top. Here we go. I probably won't leave this in the video, but half-time, that's how it's looking at the moment. Riveting action here at Villa Park. We made a change. Karim Benzema went off and Mason Al came on. And speaking of Mason Al, there he is, thrown straight into the action. We keep this alive. Pepe finds us. We're looking to place one. May as well just go for the shot now, because we've yet to find a way through this resilient Villa defence. Brozovic, good turn. Florenzi, though, with a vital challenge on the edge of the penalty area. We still have possession, though, now with Kolasinac over on the left-hand side. Needs to put a good cross into the middle. Traore is there with the block. And 24 minutes from time, we are seeing finally a bit of action, but nothing really clear-cut yet, as we have ourselves a corner. Whipped in towards that near post. Spencer Barney there with the header straight at Pau Lopez. Into the last 15 minutes of the game. We've got Mason Al in front of us. He's been very good since he's come on. Here is Mason Al still searching for an opening. And we now have the ball to Pepe. Big save, Pau Lopez. That's the best chance we've seen. Very calm on possession. And Pepe denied by the right hand of Pau Lopez. Calling this right now. If Villa go on to find a goal and win this game, I am going to be fuming. Here is Grealish. Chance to do just that. But Leno, first time he's been called upon today, and he provides the save, as you'd expect. Any moment now, the referee will end this game off. Here is Lees Melu up towards the feet of Ollie Watkins. He goes backwards, but that is full time. Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 0 here at Villa Park. You saw at half-time there was no shot for either side in the game. So infuriating when we play like this. We had a couple of international games that I decided not to play. First up was Hungary, a 2-0 win before we beat the Czech Republic by a 1-0 as well. I was supposed to play in that Czech Republic game, but I want to be fit for this Palace match here we've got coming up. And really try and put the points on the board in the Premier League. Our cup draw has been made as well for the semi-finals of the FA Cup. And we got the worst possible draw. We got Liverpool. So that'll be played next month. Which, you know what? If we are to go on and win it, we're probably going to have to play Liverpool at some stage, right? Whether or not that would have been in the semis or the finals. But to get them in the semi-finals just reduces our chance of actually reaching the final that bit more. So that's not ideal. But Palace here up next for us. And as things stand right now, luckily Spurs were just held to a 1-1 draw against Wolves. So they weren't able to profit from our 0-0 draw against Villa. And you can see, it just means that Liverpool have opened that gap up even further. So it's not helpful to us whatsoever with us dropping points. But here we go then, at the Emirates. Palace, they're 12th in the league. Saka starting at left-back, very happy with that. You know, we said it before, Kolasinac, he's all right, but when he gets into that final third, he's just not capable of whipping in a Saka-like cross. So hopefully we get that overlap working on the left-hand side. Palace can't cope with it, and we're able to win this game. And looking at the two sides, we have a better side than them. We should be winning this comfortably, but we'll see what the game brings anyway. Here we go. Here's the first overlap opportunity of the game as Saka is in a bit of space here. And Bukayo Saka, can he find a good cross? He does towards that near post. Come on, get in. That's more like it. Bukayo Saka creates it. We finish it off. Arsenal 1, Palace 0. That's what we highlighted. He's so good, Saka, in these areas. He really, really is. I mean, he just knows where to put the ball to find the best chance possible. And Palace arguably caught on the counter a bit there. And there was a stat just popped up about being the best defensive side in the league. But that doesn't matter when you can't create chances, because then you just end up drawing games 0-0. But early goal for us. Lots of confidence to take from that as well. Really nicely crafted. And it was that left-hand side we spoke about. Brighton and Hove Albion taking on Spurs elsewhere, and Neil Maupay has just put the home side 1-0 in front, which works wonders for us and opening that gap up to Spurs down in 5th, if that, of course, stays as is. And we remain 1-0 up here, but great chance for Palace, and Leno is quickly off his line. You've seen him do that numerous times for us this season, so reliable between the sticks for Arsenal, and once again comes up clutch as Palace thought they had an equaliser. It was not good defensively, fell asleep there, but you've got to give them credit. It was pretty nicely worked, and we look for Saka once again. This time around, Palace seem to have dealt with the danger. Kluivert away. That's not Justin Kluivert at centre-back for Palace, is it? Let me have a quick look at that. How do I check again? Is it performance? Yeah, so let's have a look. Santi Mina, Kluivert. Wait a minute. Justin Kluivert, is he actually playing centre-back for Palace? I don't believe what I'm seeing, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Kluivert is playing centre-back for Crystal Palace. He's a left midfielder. What? Half-time at the Emirates, and as things stand, we do go in 1-0 in front, but Spurs have found an equaliser against Brighton. Harry Kane with that. I actually think we need a second goal just to make sure of the points here as we go for it from distance on that weaker right foot. The goalkeeper was scrambling, but I think, yeah, it was close, but not close enough. And Spurs have now gone in front against Brighton. That is 2-1, the scoreline there. Man United as well, 3-0 up against Chelsea, so no chance that they drop points. So we have to hold on to this very, very close win. And I know that, you know, it's only 1-0, but I'll take this 100%, especially with us actually finding the goal the way we did, and then Leno having to make that save from Santi Mina's effort in the first half. Palace themselves, I mean, they've not offered a massive amount, but here is Christian Benteke. Anybody in that box to stop him? Yes, we do. Ben Sabani with the challenge. Yeah, Palace not had massive amount of chances, but that Santi Mina opportunity does spring to mind, and it was a big, big moment in the game. Here is Danilo Pereira. Ball sent towards us. We've got Saka supporting us on the left-hand side. Lovely 1-2. Bukayo Saka feeds this back, and now it's across the face of goal. Rida Vareld is in a great position, though, for Palace to deny us a second. But we are chewing down the minutes off of the clock now, and we'll see how many minutes are added on as that ball goes straight out of play. It is 2 additional minutes. Bukayo Saka goes off. Fantastic performance from him, as you've come to expect so often. Kolasinac playing this forward, and we now have 50 seconds remaining. Goulart turning away, trying to find that ball through. He won't get the chance to shoot, but it will be full time from the Emirates. Arsenal 1, Palace 0. The final score. Big 3 points for us to pick up as well. It's just a shame that Spurs were able to win their game and that United didn't drop points. But we've done our job at least. On to the next one. Wolves up next for us, and as you see, we're not in the lineup. But interestingly enough, Martinelli starts against his former club. Miron Boadu up front as well. They actually have a really good squad, the Wolves. Very, very good team. It's like one of those sides who will push for Europe, and 1 or 2 more signings, maybe even be in the top 4, challenging for a league title potentially. Give it a few years, and this Wolves side might be one to watch in our save. But yeah, as I said, we're not starting. Horta does play out on the left-hand side. 3-0 win. Pepe grabbing 2, Vlasic grabbing 1. Very happy with that, actually. I kind of expected that we might drop some points there, looking at how we've done in recent away sim games. So that puts us onto 31 games played, 11 points behind the league leaders Liverpool. And actually, we've just grabbed the March Player of the Month award. I did not expect us to get that. No way. I mean, the way we played as a team wasn't phenomenal, so quite surprised by that. We did just unlock a new trait as well. Let me go and add that to our traits and see what we've got left to go. I believe we have just one more. So giant throw-in is now added, and we need power header. That's the only one left that we can actually unlock. And then we have the full list of traits available to us. So that's pretty cool. We are back for this West Ham game. And looking at the matches we have today, actually, let's have a look at that. So, yeah, West Ham then Manchester United. Imagine that. Imagine us being able to end the day with a Man United game. That's the hope and the dream. But it's away to the London Stadium for 14th place West Ham United. Calvert-Lewin is up front for them. Surprised Everton let him go to West Ham. Jared Bowen, Felipe Anderson, Tolisso in midfield, Souček as well. Another squad that can hurt you and certainly has some very good players in it. But as an overall 11, is it better than ours? No. The news heading into this match is that Lucas Fabianski is retiring at the end of the season. And we want to make sure that the former Arsenal man has a very busy afternoon here today. First real time we ventured into West Ham's half, and we have Saka over on this left-hand side. There's another great ball into the box, and West Ham deal with it. They won't be wanting Bukayo Saka to be able to get in behind their backline too many times today. And the first time that he really was able to, you saw what he can do. But we've kind of just defaulted back to this whole sit behind the ball tactic and wait for West Ham to give away possession. It's a wonder, really, when you see how little we press strikers and midfield players, how we've got such a good defensive record. As Souček goes for goal, Leno with a simple save does, in fact, make it. But it's a West Ham corner then. Felipe Anderson to take it. It's sent towards the edge of the penalty area. Ben Sabani wins our first header, but Jared Bowen recycles the play for West Ham. No way through just yet, though, and we've actually defended pretty well. That's a poor ball from Vlasic, though. Vlasic to Saka. Easy ball into our feet. We've got Benzema in front, but it's kind of ricocheted off the West Ham player, and Pepe's through, and Pepe slots home. West Ham 0, Arsenal 1. I wasn't sure we were actually going to create any chance from that, and then all of a sudden the ball found its way through to Nicolas Pepe, who expertly finishes it off with that weaker right foot. And let's have a look then. So here, Benzema, Masuaku follows the run of Pepe, who does really well to kind of fool him a little bit and then spin off. The ball through from Benzema and a great finish from Pepe. Oh man, they're in, and surely, oh wait, Tolisso's at the post. The day just gets worse for West Ham, who must be scratching their heads as to how they're behind here. And now Felipe Anderson, he's got space in front of him. Calvert-Lewin! It's been coming. And West Ham have got their goal. Deservedly so as well. You know, we'd have robbed this win if we were to get it today. And we still have a chance to do that. We still have a chance to win the game. But it was a miracle, really, that we were in front. You know, it was just a well-taken finish from Pepe. Other than that, it's been all West Ham United here at the London Stadium. And Felipe Anderson, way too much time and space, picks out Calvert-Lewin, who smashes home into that bottom corner. Liverpool must be licking their lips at the prospect of facing us in that semi-final of the FA Cup coming up, because based on the performances right now, we do not look very good at all. Saka's in, good shot, good save, Fabianski, and the rebound for Kula won't fall kindly. And we might have gone in front again there, but for the safe hands of Lucas Fabianski. Here is De La Cruz for West Ham, but that is the full-time whistle, and quite honestly, we have to be thanking our blessings that we've been able to pick up a point there, because that was one of those games where we were stealing. We were stealing a win up until Calvert-Lewin was able to equalise. All right, so this is how it looks then, as we have 6 games remaining in the Premier League, 13 points adrift of Liverpool, with United to end off today. Victory would climb us to 71 points, depending on the result elsewhere between Liverpool and Manchester City. We might still be in with a shot, but it looks all but done for our title hopes, really, from this point forward. So yeah, United to finish off this episode, and then we have Watford, but I might sim that because it's then the semi-final of the FA Cup against Liverpool, and I want to be starting that game 100%. So here we go then, as we look to end off on a real positive note. The 2 lineups are on the screen. There's a couple of fitness worries for Manchester United. In fact, quite a lot of their first team here are not fully fit for this game. Bruno Fernandes in behind Martial. The only players with full fitness is Martial, Greenwood and De Gea. Everybody else seems to have played recently, so that might work in our favour. Great challenge there on Bruno Fernandes to win back possession, and now we have a chance to run at Manchester United in towards their penalty area. Benzema waiting in the middle. The cross goes towards him. De Vrij is there, though, with the header away. And it'll be a first corner of the game for us. Saka to take this. And he'll send it in towards that penalty spot, as we do win the eventual header. But it's an easy save for David De Gea to make. Nice switch of play from Brozovic. We've got Saka running down the left-hand side. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is with him, but we look to just play a simple pass inside. And we've got Benzema on our right-hand side. De Gea has been called upon twice so far today, but Pepe turns home. An Arsenal lead. I was not expecting to see Pepe fire that rebound into the back of the net, especially on that weaker side of his. But he manages to get it past De Gea and give us, you got to say, a lead that we've deserved. Because since the start of this game, we have put the pressure on Manchester United. You could argue maybe, as I apologise for any sort of lag or stuttering here, it's not you, it is my game. Not sure what's going on. But you could argue that, yes, you know, the fitness issues that Man United had before kickoff are slightly playing a part. But even so, we've come out here to prove a point. And now we really need to try and build on this scoreline if we can. Here is Marcus Rashford. Great ball across. I'm not sure who got the final touch. Whether or not it was Ben Sabani or if it was Leno. But it stays out of the Arsenal goal anyway. And that's the important factor. Scott McTominay finding the feet of Sergio Busquets. Not known for his shooting capabilities, but he had an opportunity. Rashford, that's a brilliant ball. And Bruno Fernandes equalises the score up at 1 apiece. No offside flag to save us. You saw Rashford put in a cross just moments before this, which tested our back line. And this time around, Bruno Fernandes makes no mistake. And it just had to be Bruno, didn't it? United 1, Arsenal 1. And we'll take another look at this. I mean, it's just quality from Rashford. Spots Bruno in the middle. And he finishes off very, very nicely. Does it actually go through the legs? No, I was going to say, does it go through the legs of Leno? But it does not. It's just a quality finish in the end. And there we were saying, let's build on this. Well, United had other ideas, as Bruno seems to be in all the confidence in the world right now, because he decides to shoot from, what's that, 30, 35 yards out. It was always rising, but I mean, that's the confidence that he's showing to even take that shot on. And with 10 minutes to go until half-time, we might have started the brighter of the two sides, but it's United who've grown into this first half very well, as that's a poor pass from Hector Bellerin, and Martial might be able to profit, but we in the end have dealt with the danger. Aaron Wan-Bissaka strongly in on Bukayo Saka. We then return it with a tackle of our own, but it's United who come away with possession, and Martial spinning, looking for a shooting chance. Bruno is kind of beginning to run the show out there. We need to be very, very wary of him in the second half, as Benzema turning. He's got Pepe on the right-hand side. And other than the goal, we've not seen a lot from Nicolas Pepe so far. He is one of those players who can change a game, though, if you give him the opportunity to do it. So we really need to try and get him involved a bit more. Here he is again. I mean, We're just trying to work a chance. Vlasic up towards the feet of Benzema, cut out by United, and that might be the end of the first half. Here is Brozovic. Ball straight through the heart of this Manchester United defence. We're in on goal, and it's the lead return for Arsenal. 2-1. Why are we lagging? I don't know what's happening here, and it's really beginning to get on my nerves. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I apologise for this, as I said earlier. And remember as well that as things stand currently, although our potential title hopes might be out the window, if Liverpool lose to Manchester City, United still have a chance. So there's every reason for them to go on and try and win this game. So, you know, it's not just a matter of us winning it for a bit of pride. We might even be able to stop United from getting their hands on a Premier League title, depending on results elsewhere. Goal update from Anfield. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 2. So this title race has just been opened right back up. But time is slowly ticking away, and with it, the hopes of a United title might well be dwindling as well, unless they can find their way back into this game. Here is Martial trying to provide them the inspiration they need, really, that they've lacked in this second half. Bruno Fernandes has had a quiet half, comparing it to how he finished in the first 45. And we can now look again to try and attack at United. Balogun with a lovely ball over the top, as we are now into their penalty area. Little ball rolls, just trying to open up the angle as it stands. Hummels will block that shot. But with 5 minutes to play, United need a goal. Into the last few seconds of the match now then, and that should be it as Dan James wins back possession. Ref, where's the whistle? Any moment now. There it is. That is a huge result for us, for confidence more than anything. 2-1 the scoreline. Got ourselves on the score sheet as well. And look at the reaction of the Man United players, because they probably recognise that with Liverpool slipping up, this was a real chance for them to claw back some points. Obviously, we'll have a look at the table and see what that means, but what a result that is for us. I am buzzing with that. Let's sign off the episode. And here it is then, the table after 33 games. Liverpool have a 5-point gap over Manchester United. So, had United got a result there, they'd have clawed that gap to just 2 if they'd have beaten us, with Liverpool slipping up against Manchester City. City have a game in hand, or played an extra game, I should say, than the rest of us in the top 4. So there's even potential we might be able to climb ourselves to 3rd, but that's probably our best case finish, really. Spurs a little bit behind us with a game in hand as we scroll down. Chelsea up into 7th, so the really bad start they had to the season, they were down in sort of the mid-table, bottom half of the table sort of area before, but now they're up to 7th. Aston Villa into 8th, Leicester in 9th. Everton, Wolves, Palace, Ware and Norwich down in 16th, and they're 6 points adrift of the relegation zone. Hopefully they stay up. I don't see why not, because Fulham also struggling a little bit. Southampton might be able to get themselves out if they can get a good result and leapfrog Fulham, but it looks like Watford are heading down. Nottingham Forest certainly already down at this point, it looks like. 15 points, and that's all they have to play for, really. So, yeah. For the FA Cup, of course, it is the semi-final that we will play against Liverpool at the start of next episode. We do have Wolves before that, but I plan on simming the game so that we are ready, and we will start against Liverpool. Fingers crossed, as long as Arteta does choose to start us. I've got absolutely no idea why he would not. There's no reason not to. By me simming the Watford game, I'm not going to play in it. Therefore, I should not have a situation where we don't play, because I won't be injured and I'll be fully fit. And it's just said there as well, as I've handed in a new transfer request, that we've been approached by PSG, but I've not had that message yet. So that's quite interesting. Not sure if I would go to PSG. I guess time will tell. We still need that transfer request to be accepted. But anyway, a massive thank you for watching this episode. If you did enjoy it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a huge thank you for all of your support on the channel. Like target today, we'll set it at 400 likes to guarantee yourselves another episode tomorrow. That's the dealio, and hopefully you guys will hit that. I'm sure we'll get very, very close to it. But until next time, stay safe, have a great day, have a great evening, and I'll catch you all again very, very soon. Until then, adios.